Good afternoon, Ghana. It's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way. "30 years of joyfulness." Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, myjoyonline.com. We're so live in all 16 regions of Ghana via our various affiliates on X Spaces and Facebook. The Midday News is supported by Petrosol Platinum Energy. Energizing dreams this afternoon, alleged poor governance, controversial public statements, and the domestic debt exchange program cited as key reasons for the NPP's defeat in the 2024 general election. A new survey by the Global Info Analytics shows 68% of voters personally blame former President ECOWAS for the party's loss.
First, the comment he made in the Ashanti region about if you don't vote for him, vote for somebody else, I think was really undercutting for many, many people. And also the sort of attitude that he adopted in terms of not listening, even to his own party.
We have details as the party says it will not make the findings reasons for their defeat public. Now, President John Mahama extends yet another invitation to military leaders of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger as ECOWAS heads of state and ministers converge in Accra for a crucial summit heralding the 50th anniversary of ECOWAS.
In the spirit of goodwill and seeking to foster reunification, all sides, when President Mahama discussed with his colleagues that he wanted to invite the AES heads of state, he did not face any opposition.
We'll explore the diplomatic implication, plus hear from ECOWAS, which says it is not keeping its doors shut to the Sahelian breakaway countries. We have sports coming up shortly. Also, in our Breaking the Fire Cycle series, we turn to the Upper East region, where growing concerns over fire safety in Bolgatanga's old and new markets have left traders on edge.
It is not right for us to light fires in the market, but some do that. If the wind blows and ignites a fire during the night, you can imagine what would happen.
And Ghanaians gear up for Good Friday with faith-filled moments and fun-filled events like the Kwewu Festival, Joy at the Mall, Love FM Family Party in the Park, all kicking off a thrilling Easter weekend.
Hi everyone, this is Harim Istanbul, where we sell the best Turkish fragrances for perfumes. So come by tomorrow and get 15% off.
We have details of all these and more with me, Maame, Nyamekye, Thompson. This is Joy News, independent, fearless and credible. And we start a post-election survey by Global Info Analytics shows that 68% of voters blame former President Nana Akufo-Addo for the NPP's defeat in the 2024 general elections, citing poor governance and controversial public utterances. The poll also reflects broader public dissatisfaction, with other key figures in the former government sharing the blame. The party's leadership, however, after receiving findings on reasons for its defeat in the 2024 general elections from a 12-member committee chaired by former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Michael Quay, the party indicated that it will not make the report public. Director of Communications for the party, Richard Ahiagba, spoke to my colleague Kenneth JC.
It's an internal document that will be used to aid the party's reform process to position us for victory in 2020. So I can guarantee you, even though it's not expressly stated, it is implied that that document cannot be a public document.
But we know that the NPP is a political party. You deal with numbers. Your supporters would like to know really what happened.
Well, there's a way our supporters will know about it without it being public. So it's a working document. It's a document that the party is going to work to. Most of the recommendations there will be key in what we do now till election 2028.
However, findings from post-election survey by Global Info Analytics attribute the blame to key former government officials. Joy News editor Elton Robe joins me in studio with details of that report. Elton, what are the key findings?
Well, according to the report, they blame former President Akufo-Addo as a key figure who contributed to the defeat of the party in the election, as 68% of respondents hold the performance of his government was a decisive factor in the MPP's electoral failure. Issues such as economic challenges, governance concerns, and public dissatisfaction may have contributed to the perception that the former president's leadership played a significant role in the party's defeat. The findings also show that 40% of respondents blame former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, while 37% attributes the defeat to Dr. Mahama, who led the MPP in the last election, and then he was also a vice president. Now, additionally, 33% blame Dr. Majoboku Prembe, while 32% hold other government appointees responsible. Members of parliament were also not exempt, with 25% of voters assigning them some level of responsibility. 9% of respondents blame Kennedy Japan, who contested in the MPP's primaries but did not lead the party into the elections.
Thank you so much, Elton. Now, the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, on the Super Morning Show explained how he identified the key figures behind the party's defeat.
What we did was that we did an initial exploratory survey, which was open-ended, to find out what were the possible reasons in terms of personalities that people would assign or ascribe the blame to before we go to the field. So initially what we did was to ask people to tell us who they blame and for what reason, which was not published.
Right.
Now from that survey, we're able to shortlist the names that are frequently being mentioned by many voters, and that formed the base of the list that we sent out for close-ended survey. But in terms of the reasons people were given, obviously, I think from the text we read, people were kind of shocked by the behavior of the president. First, the comment he made, even in the Ashanti region, about if you don't vote for him, vote for somebody else, I think was really undercutting for many, many people. And also the sort of attitude that he adopted in terms of not listening, even to his own party, in terms of requests to remove certain people in government. Death, yes, fully. Nothing was done until very late in the campaign, and then also obviously the behavior towards the chiefs was not really going down well with people.
Well, Musa Dankwa also debunked the claims that the party lost the 2024 elections due to voter apathy in the strongholds.
So mathematically, that analysis is flawed because, look, the survey we conducted post-election shows that nearly 20% of voters who are self-identified MPP did not vote for MPP in the last election. 20% of their own base didn't vote for them. They voted for Mahama. Besides those who didn't vote at all. Now, if these guys had come to vote, they wouldn't change the dynamics of the numbers. They would have probably voted the same way. Again, if you look at the data we just published, we have established that of the people who had planned to vote for Baumia before the election, 17% did not vote for him on the day, even though they voted. 14% of that 17% went to Mahama. And that's why we saw that landslide we saw in the election. It was Baumia's own voters who abandoned him at the last minute.
And you heard the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa. Now, it's been exactly 100 days since President John Mahama was sworn into office, and with just 20 days to go until the deadline of his 120-day social contract, the spotlight is now firmly on delivery. Out of the 25 promises made in that contract, only 8 have been fully fulfilled, with the rest either in progress or yet to begin. Joy News editor Fred Smith joins me in studio with more on this. Joy, what is the current status of President John Mahama's 120-day social contract?
Well, Maame, see, out of the 25 key promises made in the 120-day social contract, 8, representing 32%, have so far been fully completed. And you recall when the president rejoiced when e-levy and others were repealed. 9 are currently in progress and 8 are yet to be started. In all, about 68% of the promises are still outstanding, with just 20 days to go.
And which promises are yet to be tackled?
Well, some of the pledges that remain untouched include the establishment of a code of conduct for government officials, a review of taxes on imported vehicles and industrial or agricultural equipment, and the creation of an accelerated export development council. Other unfulfilled promises include a ban on political appointees acquiring state assets, as well as plans to review the Customs Act to allow salvaged vehicles into the country.
And which of them are currently in progress?
Well, the Mahama-led administration, Maame, has begun work on forming what it calls the leanest and most efficient government. Groundwork has also been laid for the 24-hour economy initiative, and additionally, forensic audits have been launched into allegations of financial mismanagement under the previous administration.
Well, thank you so much, Fred Smith. Now let's put our attention on the Chief Justice. Now, Executive Director of research firm Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, once again has broken down a new nationwide poll suggesting strong public support for the removal of Ghana's Chief Justice. According to the findings, a clear majority of respondents believe the Chief Justice should step aside. Speaking on the Super Morning Show, Mr. Dankwa explained the data and what it reveals about shifting public attitudes towards the judiciary.
So we asked them a simple question, that there's a process at the moment with a petition to remove the Chief Justice. We don't have any evidence yet of any wrongdoing. Do you support the move to remove her? That was the question. So we informed them that we don't have any evidence so far publicly against her, but would they still support the move to remove her? And in that response, 52% said yes, they support the response. They support the move to remove her. Why 20% said they don't support? Now, for those who said they have no opinion, were about, I think, 10% no opinion, and 80% were neutral. But what we also did some analysis, the regional breakdown of those who support and those who oppose. And by and large, every region by majority support her removal except two regions, which is Upper East region and Ahafo, where they are divided.
Well, President John Mahama has once again invited military leaders of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger to attend next week's ECOWAS summit in Accra. The three countries, which recently exited ECOWAS to form the Alliance of Sahel states, have raised concerns over trade disruptions, especially for Ghana. Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa confirmed the invitation during the launch of ECOWAS's 50th anniversary celebrations.
I did indicate all ECOWAS heads of state have been invited for this event, including heads of state of the AES countries. You do know that because of the divorce from ECOWAS, it requires the host president to be solely responsible for that invitation. So they will come as hosts of the Ghanaian president because of the divorce. But in the spirit of goodwill and seeking to foster reunification, which we hope that will be achieved in the shortest possible time, all sides, when President Mahama discussed with his colleagues that he wanted to invite the AES heads of state, he did not face any opposition or resistance, which is really a good sign that there is that genuine commitment and desire for ECOWAS to be fully reintegrated. President Mahama has briefed the chair of ECOWAS, President Tinubu, as you do know, following his shuttle diplomacy. And President Tinubu has said that at the next ECOWAS Heads of State Summit, President Mahama will be given the floor to present a detailed report of his engagements so that some of these considerations and the concessions which I imagine will be discussed by heads of state.
And you heard that Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa is Foreign Affairs Minister. Now, the old and new markets in Bolgatanga are facing growing fire risks, raising concerns among traders and shoppers. Though the last major blaze at the old market happened over a decade ago, a recent fire near the new market just 4 months back has sparked renewed fears. As part of our Breaking the Fire Cycle series, Joy News' Upper East correspondent Albert Sori reports from Bolgatanga.
The Upper East Regional Capital, Bolgatanga, has two main markets, the old market and the new market. The Bolgatanga markets have been quite fortunate to escape fire disasters for a long time now. However, the Bolgatanga markets are not completely safe from the danger of fire disasters. During a visit by Joy News, it was revealed that open burning of plastic and other waste is a common practice in both markets due to the lack of proper waste management systems. Linda Akupa is a leader of the Market Women's Association.
At times we just take the rust and just burn it there. So after the burning, you can't stand after the burning to go. You can just start and burn the thing walking away.
The fire risks are compounded by the congestion in these markets caused by unauthorized structures.
We as the market women, you have our place. Everybody is supposed to sit inside the shop. And the thing is not big like that.
It is not right for us to light fires anywhere at all within the market, but some do that. You might finish cooking or even smoking and fail to properly put out the fire. And if the wind blows and ignites a fire during the night when no one is here, you can imagine what would happen.
The Ghana National Fire Service in the Upper East region, led by Regional Commander Richard Absafo Sego, acknowledges these ongoing risks in the Bolgatanga markets.
Some of the major hazards that we normally identify are naked fires, that the market women mostly cook in the markets before they cruise, and then illegal connections.
The commander said there were teams present within both markets to educate traders on fire safety.
Routinely, we meet the market leaders to discuss about the challenges that they are facing and the service as a whole.
The call for a comprehensive waste management system and stricter enforcement of market regulations is urgent to prevent potential fire outbreaks in these busy markets. Reporting for Joy News, Albert Sorry, Bolgatanga.
As the dry season tightens its grip on the northern region, water scarcity has become a harsh reality, leaving many residents struggling to access this basic necessity. But what does life look like for those who are forced to navigate this water-scarce landscape? We visit the region to engage with residents.
Under the scorching sun, the once thriving water bodies of the region have shriveled up, leaving residents parched and desperate. The dry season, a recurring nightmare for this region, has turned access to clean water into a luxury only a few privileged can afford.
If the dam was dredged, it would have been better because the taps are not flowing in this area and it is affecting our daily lives. We have been here since morning and still no water for us. Our kids are not able to go to school because of water scarcity in the area.
We the young lady, even if you are in your month, even you are in your period, you can't even get water to bath. And like the taps are locked, the tap is locked, and the dam is also dry.
I am compelled to abandon my work and search for water for my family. This is too hard for us, so the government should come to our aid.
The Ghana Water Company said it is faced with significant challenges in meeting its mandate to supply water due to outdated equipment and other challenges. The regional water quality manager Suleiman Al-Hassan speaks.
The plant is not able to provide adequate quantities because the plant was designed to provide a total volume of 45,000 cubic meters a day. If you go to Dalon, we have two treatment systems. One, we call it the old system, that is supposed to provide 80 million gallons of treated water a day. Then the other one that we call the new treatment plant is supposed to add 26,000 cubic meters a day. So if you lump the two together, we are looking at not less than 45,000 cubic meters a day.
Martina Bugri's report there, and you're still listening to the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll take a break, and when we return, Ghanaians gear up for Good Friday with faith-filled moments and fun-packed activities like the Kwewu Festival, Joy at the Mall, and Love FM Family Party in the Park, all kicking off a thrilling Easter weekend.
Hi everyone, this is Harim Istanbul, where we sell the best Turkish fragrances for perfumes. So come by tomorrow and get 15% off.
Where did I? Now I don't know when I just saw.
Obiang, what's the chrome ha? Ain't you want to say petrol for your energizing drinks promotion? Hey boy. Petrosol are celebrating their 10 years in grand style. They're giving back to their loyal customers. Hope you have registered at their online portal. Don't say I didn't tell you, oh.
Each month, customers will stand a chance of winning items like tricycles, motorcycles, television sets, refrigerators, phones, fuel vouchers, and many more. But the best part is that at the end of the promo, we will be giving out a grand prize of 2 Suzuki Espresso cars to lucky winners who stay with us all through the promo period. All you need to join is to visit any of our over 100 stations across the country to get registered, or go to www.petrosolcrm.com to register online.
Petrosol, energizing dreams.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, dear Niham sir. And stay soft concentrate fabric softener. I was such it move. Just send this say be here met na oche. Niham it na oche. No bia baby some want some demoni ni na say. Dear Niham say. Fair quiet yesim biara association Ontario. Use stay soft and Niham it na oche. Na ni bon so da from cra. A fabric softener. And ye near say sir. Choose to stay soft. No who so say no. FDID a garden cra to yatu.
Welcome back to the Midday News. We have sports.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko head coach Prosper Nateogum is worried about negative public commentary on his team and their performances. Kotoko suffered a 3-0 defeat at the hands of Accra Lions yesterday, and that has sparked some concerns over their capacity to win the Ghana Premier League. Here's the Kotoko manager speaking after the game.
The commentary around the team should be very positive. If the commentary is not positive, it gets into them. I spoke with them yesterday. They were very much aware about the negative commentaries about themselves, about the coach. And I told them that it's something that they need to overlook and then focus. When we get the maximum points, they are the very people who will come back. So I've been trying to engage them. You can't play for Kotoko and you can't be mentally tough. You have to be mentally tough. So even though those commentaries when we drew against Beijing were not pleasant.
That was Prosper Nateogum. He was speaking after Kotoko's 4th successive league game without a win.
I hope you're going to Kwewu tomorrow.
Definitely.
All right, and tomorrow is Good Friday, a sacred day on the Christian calendar marking the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. But beyond the solemn reflection is also signals the start of an extended Easter weekend packed with activities from religious pilgrimages to Kwewu's famous paragliding festival and beach events. Ghanaians are gearing up for a blend of faith and fun. Let's catch up with some of the activities, and I must tell you that Kwewu is already buzzing with excitement as crowds begin to pour in. From the busy Nkoko stretch to the mountaintop mountains, it's clear Easter in Kwewu has officially kicked off, and Jackie Ansumayabwa is there and joins me on the line. Jackie, I understand that some hotels and guest houses are filling up fast. Tell us more.
Yes, so Maame, some of the majority of the hotels and guest houses that we've been to yesterday, their response is that they are all filled up, so you can't get a place. But then, apart from that, people are still trooping in for the Kwewu Easter festivity. So I'll be speaking to some vendors. Currently, I'm in the street of Kwewu, which is like the heart of Easter here. And in the night, it's really packed. What I can see is people putting up their pull-ups and all that, getting ready for tonight and this weekend's festivities. But then most of the vendors are very optimistic of this Easter celebration.
And so the traders are prepared for everyone, right?
Yes, they are. They are actually coming to have fun and sell other things. I'm hoping to make profits and have fun alongside.
Right, so you specifically came to go because of the Easter?
Yeah.
And what are your expectations?
Oh, my expectation is going to be big. You know, the atmosphere starts coming, people start coming. So when you go to the other side, the arrangement is very nice. People are coming to, so this Easter is going to be something nice.
Sure, but is this your first time?
No, this is not my first time. I used to come to Easter, but I said this time, let me come and set up.
Oh, you used to come and have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this year you're coming to work?
Yes, sir. Because the expectation is very big. You know, this Easter is going to be different altogether.
What's making you say that?
Oh, yeah, because we see when the Easter is going to be something nice, we see the people that comes in, you know, the setup and one of two things. So you definitely know that, you know, the Easter is going to be something different, you know. Yeah, because more people who are coming and the other people to have a nice fun. So it's going to be something romantic and good.
All right, sure. Yeah. All the best.
Thank you.
And you heard that Jacqueline and Sumaya were interacting with some revelers and traders in Kwewu. We now move to the Ashanti region, where families are gearing up for the Love FM biggest family picnic at the Rotary Park on Easter Monday. Emmanuel Bright Kweko brings us a recap of last year's event.
So the Kumasi Rotary Park is definitely where you have to be every Easter Monday, just because it is the Easter edition of the Love FM family party in the park.
I came with my kids. You know, usually with work we don't even get time to take them out. So if you get opportunity like this, we bring them out so that they can also have fun.
Everything has been so smooth, peaceful. The security here is so nice. In fact, they are guiding us. And I can tell everybody here that they have to come here and enjoy themselves.
We're playing games and having fun.
There's also Ashanti Fest in the Ashanti region. Now let's come to Accra, here where your super station Joy 99.7 will be holding you down from the 18th to 20th of April for the Joy at the Marina Mall Spintex. Adobia Asari is at the venue to give us a feel of preparations. Adobia, what can you report?
Maame, I must say families who troop to the mall from tomorrow are in for something spectacular. So the shop owners tell me there will be huge discounts on items. Organizers are saying that there will be lots of fun for families. And the kids are not left out, you know. There's going to be treasure hunts, face painting, musical chairs, photo moments with favorite Disney characters if you're a cartoon lover, as well as lots and lots of giveaways. Listen to some of the shop owners.
Hi everyone, this is Harim Istanbul, where we sell the best Turkish fragrances for perfumes, diffusers, anything scent. So come by tomorrow and get 15% off most of our products. We cannot wait to see you.
It's PMMC Jewelry Limited, and we're excited to have all of you here. We have jewelries like engagement rings, wedding rings, necklaces, chains, pendants, anything you can think about.
And as we go about our activities, the Ghana Private Road Transport Union is raising red flags about road safety. Its public relations officer, Abbas Ibrahim Moro, says they have identified high rate of illiteracy among commercial drivers in as a major contributor to road crashes, and as some of the drivers struggle to read and interpret road signs, especially during this period.
It is true that most of the commercial drivers learn the trade through driving school. It is also true that most of those drivers are the most experienced drivers you can ever have, because they knew they did not learn the trade through driving school. They technically learn everything about the job, and the permanent road signs on their normal roads too are quite friendly to them. If they are fighting them each time they see a new road sign, so capture it.
And in the Volta region, it's a special homecoming for Minority Leader Alexander Fenyumak. That's how Mr. Nyamekye was welcomed to his hometown of Chiame in the Volta region ahead of a project on women empowerment. James Avegis then joins us on the phone lines. James, that looked like a big reception for the minority leader. What exactly is the women empowerment program about?
Well, Maame, it indeed is because he arrived here at about 10 a.m. and was met by his father in the company of 5 separate drumming groups, and they made a procession on foot for about 30 minutes through the principal street of Chiame to the RC Park here, where the program is happening. The empowerment program, we are told, is not the first of its kind, but this one is focusing on women, specifically donations of hair dryers and sewing machines, together with some other items to apprentices who are into hair and dressmaking. The beauty of the program is that he is in company of the NDC MP for Keta constituency, Honorable Jujoli Gakpe, and the Telco's Chamber CEO, Engineer Kenneth Ashibe, who is actually chairing the program. In his remark as chairman, he underscored the beauty of the two of them coming together for this.
And you see, the interesting thing that has been done is that our son, I can't call him my son, he's my brother. He's the minority leader in parliament. And then our MP, Honorable Gakpe, is also the NDC MP for this area. And when it came to the issues of development, the two have come together. Honorable Gakpe has come to join his brother, Alexander Nyamekye, to do this. And it is good that we're doing this, and we're pointing out to all of us that when it comes to the issues of development, we should be looking at ourselves as a group, a united group, and that we should work together to be able to project the Volta region.
And that was Dr. Ken Ashigbe in the Volta region. It looks like a very fun-packed weekend for all of us. Good Friday with faith-filled moments and fun-packed activities at Quill Festival, Joy at the Mall, and Love FM's family party in the park. And that's how we wrap up this afternoon's edition of the Bulletin. I am Maame Nyamekye Thompson. Up next is Living Word with Pastor Mensah.